Hello and a warm welcome to World This Week by Latest Laws. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. My name is Vasvi Bhatia and let's begin with Supreme Court this week.
The Supreme Court expressed grave concern over web portals and YouTube channels for spreading fake news in the absence of a regulatory mechanism. The Supreme Court bench, comprising of Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana and Justices Surya Kant and A.S. Bopanna, said if you go to YouTube, you will find how fake news is freely circulated and anyone can start a channel on YouTube. The Supreme Court issued notice in a writ petition filed by doctors to bring to the top court's notice the serious problems being faced by thousands of NEET PG aspirants across the country due to absence of any option given to the candidates to change the exam centers for NEET PG 2021. The Supreme Court Bar Association has written to the CJI raising objections to the standard operating procedure issued by the Supreme Court for physical hearings. Public intellectuals have a duty to expose the lies of the state, Supreme Court Justice DY Chandrachud said Saturday morning, stressing that in a democratic country, it is important to hold governments responsible and guard against falsehoods, false narratives, and fake news. In a setback to real estate company Supretech, Supreme Court passed an order to demolish the 240-floor towers built by the real estate company Supretech in one of its housing projects in Noida. COVID-19 has devastated many lives, and it is heart-wrenching that the survival of children who lost either or both parents during the pandemic is at stake, the Supreme Court said, but expressed satisfaction over schemes announced by the centre and states for them. Self-styled godman Asaram's plea for an interim bail on medical grounds was rejected by the Supreme Court, with the court saying that arrangements for his ayurvedic treatment will be done in the prison. Next, we have the Delhi High Court. The High Court of Delhi has said that laying out a timeline for payment of bills is extremely crucial for the continued and efficient services of lawyers representing the Delhi government, considering that those lawyers are rendering regular assistance to the court across the city of Delhi. The centre, through the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, has opposed a PIL in the High Court of Delhi seeking extension of the notice period to the public in Draft Notification 2021 regarding the conservation of topsoil and natural resources until October 31st or such further period till the COVID-19 lockdown persists. The Delhi High Court, recently comprising of a bench of Justice Asha Menon, citing the right to be forgotten and entitlement to protection of privacy from invasion by strangers, granted interim relief to a Bengali actress, seeking restraint on publication and streaming of her naked videos on various online platforms, including YouTube. Next, we have the Bombay High Court. The Bombay High Court has extended the validity of interim orders passed by the High Court as well as subordinate courts and tribunals in Maharashtra and Goa till September 30th, 2021. Next, we have the Kerala High Court. The High Court of Kerala observed that if a criminal complaint is dismissed for non-payment of process fee or other fees dealt under Section 204, subsection 4 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, the same is not an appealable order but revisable. Next, we have the Karnataka High Court. The Karnataka High Court has, in the case of Santosh, son of Hari Kadam versus State of Karnataka, observed that the supplementary charge sheet is only an additional material collected against the accused persons and that the provisions of Section 167, subsection 2 of CRPC, default bail, cannot be made applicable to it. Next, we have the Madras High Court. The Tamil Nadu government on Saturday has appointed 9 additional advocates generals to the Madras High Court to represent the state. Though a government order issued by the Public Law Officers Department, the state has appointed following advocates as additional advocate general to the High Court: Advocate Haja Naziruddin, Advocate S. Silambanan, Advocate Veera Kathiravan, Advocate R. Raman Lal, Advocate V. Arun, Advocate R. Bhaskaran, Advocate P. Kumaresan, Advocate R. Neelakandan, Advocate J. Ravindran. Next, we have the Jammu and Kashmir High Court. The Jammu and Kashmir High Court Bar Association got a new body with Advocate M.K. Bhardwaj, elected as president on Sunday following an election that took place after a delay of 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Next, we have the Allahabad High Court. The Uttar Pradesh court has refused to stay the trial of Hathras case involving alleged gang rape and murder of a woman. The Allahabad High Court has turned down the plea of a victim's counsel to stay the trial in the case being conducted by a special court in the district or move it to some other place. The Lucknow bench of the High Court, however, kept it open for the CBI to seek transfer of the trial if it so wanted. The Allahabad High Court, recently comprising of a bench of Justices Ritu Rajavasthi and Dinesh Kumar Singh, dismissed a plea seeking direction to the Government of India, along with the Government of Uttar Pradesh, to shut down Uttar Pradesh State Medical Facility, alleging that the 1916 Act which created it has been repealed